the countdown begins. What are we, 20 days now away from the draft? Is it 20 days? Got my draft tickets yesterday. I was going to say mañana. Got my draft tickets already. If you go to the online Big Blue website, it's 20 days, 7 hours, and 59 minutes, and 41 seconds until this draft, until the craziness disperses, until the earth stops shaking. 4.8. This house, we call that a Saturday night.
That's what she said.
Oh, we got to talk about Josh Allen, the craziness. Oh, we got to talk about a bunch of other crap as well, because there's just crap right now going on Twitter. It's all just nuts. It's all just father for the feeding frenzy or the feeding machine of the media. And you know what? Josh Allen ain't coming here. Sorry. You could speak all you want about how he is going to find his way to New York after that big Diggs trade to Texas, who just potentially made Texas a Super Bowl contender. He's not coming here. I've heard it over and over again. The window for Buffalo is closed or is closing. Yeah, they reached salary cap purgatory. Had to cut a bunch of guys. Had to get rid of a bunch of guys. But Josh Allen's not coming here. The salary alone, our salary cap alone precludes this from happening. He's not coming here. Stop the nonsense. Stop the bullshit. Stop making my fucking head hurt. If you could do that, I would be fine. But he's not coming here. Oh, the reunion of Brian Dable and everyone else pontificating how the Giants can make this happen. How we're going to give up the 6th overall pick and we're going to get Josh Allen. You think Josh Allen's not worth more to Buffalo than the 6th overall pick? Have you not been watching the Giants for 5 years and how difficult it is to find a quarterback? It's not happening. If we could just stop for a moment and think to ourselves, does this make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. People were wondering earlier today, what is that?
6.9 on the Richter scale.
That was 6.9 on the Richter scale. It's not happening. The fans in Buffalo are probably looking at us again going, oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell's wrong with these Giant fans? They're the people in Buffalo who get snow in June, I don't know if that's true, are laughing at us. The Jets are laughing at us. The Jets, who have a quarterback who's 497 years old, did win a Super Bowl. Maybe might be playing on one leg, who drafted Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson, are laughing at us. And I read the stupidity over and over again. Josh Allen's coming to the Giants. What it would take for Josh Allen to come to the Giants? A fucking miracle. Josh Allen would literally have to say to Buffalo, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to play this game no more. I want out. And if Josh Allen actually wanted out of Buffalo, truly wanted to go to a different destination, do you really think he wants to punch his ticket to New York? Why wouldn't he want to go to a contender? Because it's Josh Allen. Why wouldn't he want to go someplace where he can play for a championship before he has to retire? Why do you why? I mean, why, Lord? Why? The guy's got 4,000 seasons, 4,000 pass yard seasons in a row, 37, 36, 35, and 29 touchdowns. People say, well, he's gone down ever since Dable left him. Really, because his completion percentage went up last year. His yards went up. His touchdowns did go up, but the offense was a little bit stagnant. Has nothing to do with Brian Dable. And I think more of the love affair is of Brian Dable than Josh Allen. Because when you hear Brian Dable wax poetic about his time in Buffalo, about his quarterback. I thought his quarterback was Daniel Jones, but we're not going to get into that. When the house started shaking today, I finished my grapes. And I went on social media, like everyone does, see what was going on. Didn't go on the Weather Channel, didn't go on Fox News, didn't go on CNN, didn't go anywhere. I went to Giants.com because I automatically just assumed Daniel Jones was released. I figured the house is shaking. Daniel Jones must have gotten released. Nope. Still on the Giants. Just a fucking earthquake.
6.9 on the Richter scale. Hang on.
That, of course, is from Big Trouble in Little China. But at the end of the day, you can dream about Josh Allen. Yeah, right now, I'm dreaming about J.J. McCarthy. I'm dreaming about Michael Penix. I'm dreaming a little bit about maybe Drake May. I'm dreaming about anyone else but number 8. Because you know what? It's just reached that crescendo where we're just kind of like Tim the Earthquake. It was a big earthquake. It was a big one. Not really. I love when people, and thank you everyone for reached out that either DM'd me on Twitter or those that texted me and everything else. I really do greatly appreciate that. But like I told one friend of mine, do you really think an earthquake's going to rattle me? I cause earthquakes. No. I finished my bowl of grapes. And it was actually pretty bad here. I mean, it went on for a good 20 seconds. I thought initially it was like a truck or something going by, but no, I was like, well, and after like 10 seconds, and I'm like, this shit ain't stopping. Earthquake, big L, earthquake. And I'm like, this shit ain't stopping. So that's why I immediately assumed Daniel Jones was released because the earth was shaking. I was looking for the black cloud or the black hole to start forming in the middle of the sky, sucking up gravity, because I automatically just assumed Daniel Jones was gone. Boy, that earthquake really fucked up my day. I was happy for a minute. Then I'm like, shit. He's still a quarterback of the New York Giants. But Josh Allen's not coming here. What is James? You know what? I love it. I love it because immediately I'm going to go through the chat here about everything going on with the earthquake and Josh Allen. And I love it because the first comment I see is my brother, James Williams. And it's all in caps. James, are you working today? Because if you're not working today, you got to come on. Because this is like a bull out of the chute. Can we hang on for this 6-second ride?
That's what she said.
Oh my God. Some giant content creators actually said yesterday our fan base is made up of lemmings, just following the trends right over the cliff. Who said that? Who is the content creator, James? We don't mince words here. Who was it? Anyone else know? Because they're not wrong. This team and the fan base needs an enema. James says, hit the like button as you walk in the club. Mike Lee says, newsflash, Eagles caught tampering, gives Saquon back, pays him, gives next year's first year, and forfeits the season. And there was an earthquake. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ohio. What's up, Tim? Can't wait to hear the rant. Some of the beat writers will come up with anything to get attention. That's why your channel is the best covering our G-men, just straight facts. That's right, man. Nothing but the truth. Everything but facts. Nothing but the truth here. The truth shall set you free. Also may give you a fucking headache, but we speak about it, and we always will. So thank you, Ohio, as always. Michael, he said, did you feel the earthquake this morning? My cousin did. Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, we're probably like 50 miles or 45 miles from the epicenter of the earthquake, and it was a low-level earthquake, so that's why it didn't really hit the tectonic plates, which then in turn sent the earthquake over a great distance. Like I said, it went on for about 20 seconds. It was really bothering me because I couldn't finish my grapes. If there's going to be an earthquake, I'm on this stupid diet. If there's going to be an earthquake, make sure I get to finish my grapes first, because they're rolling around in the bowl. The inconsiderateness of certain people. She lives near the epicenter of the quake. Good morning, Joe Rev. What's up, everyone? It's Protect and Serve with my new name. It's the T-Dog. And I'm the T-Dog from Walking Dead. Josh Allen. Why? I mean, why would you? I mean, I understand it. I really do get it. You're a beat writer. You got nothing else to fucking talk about because you really don't. A lot of them really don't have an original thought in their fucking heads. So why not just make up stuff? Why not? Hold on. This just came in from the online Big Blue News Studio. What am I hearing? What am I hearing? They have just cloned Steve Young, Dan Marino, and Joe Montana. And he will be playing for the New York Giants next season. And there's certain fans that will still rant for Daniel Jones. Why would the fans want the Buffalo South instead of the storied franchise that is New York? Because they're stupid. Todd Taylor says, John Mayer and the Jones boys wanted Danny Derps. Now it's not even possible if the Bills wanted to do it. You know what? You want, I'll send them back to you. Take Daniel Jones. There you go. There you go. Here's an empty bowl of grapes. Go with Daniel Jones, and now we're all good. Dr. Gretz, it's T-Dog live stream. People, hit the like button. Big Todd says they don't want to do it, and they've never wanted to do it. They're not going to do it. People always talk about, well, Denver got rid of Russell Wilson and took that huge cap hit in that contract. They did it. Why won't the Bills? I'm gonna give you a reason. I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why the Bills won't do it. The dead cap number for Josh Allen in 2024 is $113 million. He's only got a $30 million cap hit. And here's the best part: in 2025, he's got a $60 million cap hit, not dead cap. 56 million, 49, and 45. Yeah, the Bills are what we would like to refer to are in giant trouble in reference to the salary cap. We got the big ol' Ohio dropping their super chat saying, Chat Sports is the worst at putting this kind of garbage out. Was it Chat Sports? I don't remember which one Chat Sports is, and Zach's not here. But was it Chat Sports? Because if it was Chat Sports, or is that the one that does the shots of Fireball? If it is, knock, knock. Who's there? Grow the fuck up. Oh, my God. I was always told I was very mature for my age, even when I was in my early 20s. We're getting White Vic. James, are you home today? Are you home today? T-Dog is in his house. Thank you, Ohio. What do we say here? I wouldn't want to go to the Giants right now. This team is a train wreck. You can't. This is the thing that kills me. The contract itself precludes you from doing this. So just for the sake of argument, let's say the trade did happen. You still have the $22 million dead cap number. We always talk about the quarterback bucket. So even if you get rid of Daniel Jones, you would have a $82 million cap number in your quarterback bucket. Think about that for a second. $82 million cap hit in your quarterback bucket for a guy that's on the team, another guy that's not. If I were Allen, I'd go to Casey. I would go to Casey and back up Mahomes. Miguel says, I don't want this team to be the Buffalo South or the Patriots Light. What do we say? Skyline says, I felt the earthquake last night around midnight too. I was surprised there was no news report on it, so I wasn't sure if it happened. At least now I wasn't going insane. You're not crazy. Institutionalized. You're the one that's crazy. Institutionalized. You're calling me crazy. Institutionalized. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Wait, that wiggle? I felt it. Big asterisk says, Tim, the earthquake. It's the earthquake. You can dream about you. If you want to hold me tonight, I can dream about you. From the movie Streets of Fire. Moving sidewalks, I feel under my feet. You always got to throw in a little there, baby. I got that twitch today, baby. It's Yankee opening day, and I'm a Met fan, so today I'm a Yankee fan, baby. I thought the building was going to come down. Everything was shaking crazy. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Ronwan says, where did the earthquake happen, Tim? Sorry, I missed the side of the world. Sorry, I missed what side of the world you live in. I live in Pennsylvania. The epicenter of the earthquake was evidently Lebanon, New Jersey. That was what they referred to as the epicenter. There's some tectonic plates there that are some of the oldest in the world. And it was a surface earthquake, which is why the trembles felt all the way up to Washington, D.C. You know I'm good, Fabi. The earthquaking, the earth. You got to do a lot more than that. I was laughing. I got all these boxes in my garage, and I missed recycle day. So I sent a picture to James, and I said, look what happened to my, look what the earthquake did to my garage. He's like, the earthquake didn't do that. I said, I know it didn't, but that's not what we're going to tell my wife. North Jersey. Well, Barb, I hope you're doing better. You were pretty near it. It was like I said, it was in Lebanon. I worked in the city, and I would have headed right home. Not many buildings or steel railing first. No, not anymore. Did you hear the earthquake tore an ACL at MetLife? Newsflash: Daniel Jones actually re-injured himself during the earthquake. You thought they released Daniel Jones? The Giants would have to do. I thought they released him. Swear to God, the earth is quaking, ground is shaking. I just assumed Daniel Jones got released. And all the Daniel Jones panty boys said, why? Why? Please, for the love of God, tell me why. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tim, I just realized we got an earthquake before we got rid of Daniel Jones. There's something wrong with this organization. A little bit. Chats. Oh, wait, I already said they were hot garbage. If Daniel Jones is so good, why are the Giants the only team that won him? Well, I'm going to explain this to you, OG. I got nothing. We're getting White Vic. Yeah, that dude is annoying. Me or Chat Sports? Yep, that's him. Chat Sports is the one that says we're trading for everyone and is available every week. Okay. Yeah, we do hate them. We do hate them because of the fact that they prey on children. Not in that way. But I mean, reference to trying to get them to give them money. It doesn't sound much better. It does. It's more not. No. P-Train is fair and balanced on Giant News. I don't know who P-Train is. Chat Sports, Vis Vegas, and others are delusional. I thought Vis Vegas disappeared. I don't like the content creators that were hanging with DJ's DAC. Who is that? I don't know about that. Captain Matumbo says, Tim, how are the sugar cravings with the new diet? Sugar cravings aren't bad. I got cotton candy grapes. I'm going to tell you something right now about cotton candy grapes. There's no cotton candy in them. There's not. I think that's what we like to refer to in my old business as false advertising. If DJ got released, it would have been a monsoon of the DJ lovers' tears. I do like that. Giants fans are DJ syndrome. They have the Stockholm syndrome. Some of them do. All right, you know what? Other official business here. Online Big Blue official business. I'm gonna use my radio voice now because you have to do online official business. Or I can do Bob Shepard. Sims to McConkey. First down. We have one available ticket to the New York Giants draft party. It's a season ticket holder access. You get to hang with me, Big L, and a couple other people. I don't know exactly how we're going to get rid of them or how we're going to do this, but we are going to have a giveaway. Your other brace is on upstairs. We're going to have a giveaway. And we're going to do a better giveaway than we did last time when we gave away the tickets to people in the area. We're going to figure it out. I have to consort with my attorney.
Welcome to the party.
Draft, baby. Yeah.
Although Dahmer help me figure this out. Are they really considering Bo Nix? One read Bo, who couldn't cut it, had to go to Oregon. Couldn't cut it at Auburn because of the fact that they couldn't figure out what to do with them. Oregon figured it out. They had an athlete at quarterback. So what do? And you can watch the film. I mean, there's film you can watch. They made him a Daniel Jones one-read quarterback. You give him an option. That's an option's not there. You run. not me, real scouts say that he does not process plays quickly, that he has an issue going through his progressions. And I've said this before, it's not always the quarterback's fault. If this is what you were asked to do in college by your head coach, this is what you are going to do. So I don't blame the likes of Bo Nix for not developing his game, because Bo Nix has been in college. He's another one of these guys that Bo Nix has been in college since 2019. He's a 5-year starter, and his biggest season did not occur till 2023. He has been a starter basically since 2019. He's Kenny Pickett. And I kept trying to explain to people when Kenny Pickett was drafted, everyone's like, well, you don't like Kenny Pickett. You don't like Kenny. No, I don't like Kenny Pickett. You want to know why? Because he was a 5th-year starter at Pittsburgh, and his big season did not occur until his last season, which tells me that he peaked.
That's what she said.
And that's what he was going to be. I always hearken back to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, you have the entire minor league systems, from rookie ball to low A to double A to high double A to triple A, and then you have the major. Well, there are always these players that are really good in triple A, but not that good in the major league. So they're kind of they're tweeners. I call them. I've always called them triple A B. They're too good to be in AAA, but not good enough to be in Major League Baseball in the majors. The AAA B. That's like there's players in college that are good for college, but not good in the pros. And Bo Nix just did what he was told to do. But when your progression goes from year one, where you complete, and that's the thing, he only completed 57, 59, 61% of his passes at 3 years in Auburn. Then all of a sudden he goes up to 71 and 77% completion rate. Why? What's the common denominator? The common denominator is the head coach, and the common denominator is the head coach took advantage of what they perceived to be his skill set. And that is being a one-read quarterback. Truly, that's what he is. And when you go, and we've talked about this before. We talked about this with Daniel Jones, with Pat Shurmur. People are like, well, Pat Shurmur had year 2 with Daniel Jones. It would just be awesome. No, it probably would have gotten worse. Because Pat Shurmur, trying to save his job with a rookie quarterback, decided, I'm going to cut the field in half, give Daniel Jones one option, and tell him to throw to a spot. That'll work for a period of time. But then once the league figures it out, that's it. You're done. And that's what Bo Nix is to me. Bo Nix is Bo Callahan. Daniel Jones Stockholm Syndrome. When I heard about the earthquake, I immediately blamed the turf at MetLife. Don't we all? What's cracker-lacking, Tim? Everything. They're supposed to taste like cotton candy. Well, they don't taste like cotton candy. It's false advertising. All this natural sugar crap. No, it's false advertising. Cotton candy, sweet as gold. Now, let's see T-Dog, Tootsie Roll. Come on, baby, Tootsie Roll. No, I'm not going to Tootsie Roll. Giant fans next week will be asking if they can get Joe Burrows next week at this rate. I love Steve. God, no Bo. Now we're praying to God. So Bo is perfect for the Giants. Bo technically is. We won't miss a beat. You always want your backup quarterback to mirror your starter. There you go. Bo Nix. Can we get Bo Nix, or can we get there's a couple of guys that are the exact same way as Bo Nix. I'm thinking Bo Nix is going to be Kenny Pickett. That's what I think. Barbara says, sounds like Philly offense. Their quarterback can't read. That's actually not true, Barbara. That's actually not true. For someone that's watched almost all the Philly games, because I'm stuck watching them, Jalen Hurts actually goes through his progressions. He just had a bad season, and his team got hurt, and they did start 10-1. And we talked about it before. I would like to have the Jalen Hurts bad season in New York, because somehow he's still responsible for 30 touchdowns. So I would like to have that bad season as well, please. Mark says a quarterback can scan the field with his eyes and not turn his head like a puppet. You're not allowed to do that. Mark, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Only some of the greatest quarterbacks in the league did that. Some of the average quarterbacks in the league do that. Daniel Jones will be on the roster for the next eclipse. Isn't that on the 8th? Oh my God, we just had an earthquake. Now we're having an eclipse. Daniel Jones has got to be gone. What's next? A tsunami? Am I going to run the water in the bathroom and there's going to be a tsunami? I think the Giants are going to go wide receiver only because they are so up DJ's arse. Well, you know, it's funny. Neighbors, our buddy. Hello, neighbor. He's already looking for houses in California. So he's already thinking he's going to be a San Diego Supercharger. Yes, I know they're in LA, but I like San Diego Superchargers. San Diego Superchargers. I know that. I get it. I know it. I don't need a DM telling me it. No. Drew Lock is taking us to the NFL Super Bowl, baby. Let's roll. Let's roll Tide. Drew Lock is our hope. You know things are bad when Drew Lock is our hope. When we're sitting there getting ready to let's roll. It's with Drew Lock. Jesus Christ, are they really considering Bo Nix? I don't know. Bo doesn't know diddly. Todd says, look at the quarterbacks that got to the NFL because guys like June Jones played 5 wide receivers, threw the ball 80 times a game. There's a bunch of guys. Andre Ware always comes to mind. Andre Ware out of Houston went to Detroit. Greatest run and shoot college quarterback there was. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the NFL. Todd says they pile up stats against bad teams, got to the pros, and couldn't really play football. Let's see. Dexter, Burns, and Kayvon. Is our run defense going to be inferior to our pass defense? Here's the problem about the run defense. You got 2 guys on the edge, on both edges, that don't really play the run well. Both are athletic, but I'm not sure either one of them in Burns and Kayvon understand how to maintain their assignment and hold their edge and force the play back into the field into the likes of Dexter Lawrence. I worry about that. T-Dog, I tried. I don't get Twitter. Couldn't find Rob's poll. I don't know what Twitter works either. Evidently, I don't have to wear an Elvis costume. Can the trade for Trevor Lawrence for a 2nd round pick in the draft? Yeah, we're going to trade for Lawrence too. I know you're being facetious. Hold on, wait, 25.
You're bad.
Warning, sarcasm. Warning.
24. Daddy Crazy Eyes. Are we sure Daniel Jones can read a defense? I'm not sure he can read a book. I'm joking. He went to Duke. Of course he can read a book. Tim, please don't attempt fate with the tsunami call. It's going to be the perfect storm as we all sit there in the stadium. Cutthroat said, apparently there was an earthquake in upstate New York. I thought it was the crackheads fighting in my hallway again. No, actually the earthquake was in Lebanon, New Jersey. And it went up to upstate New York. We got the earthquake here. What does the doctor have to say? Doctor, is there anything I can take us? Doctor, to relieve this belly, you got to put the lime in the coconut. We shouldn't have had we haven't had a true quarterback since 2015. It has to happen in this draft or I'm out. I think a lot of people are hitting that point. I really do. I think a lot of people are reaching the point where they're just looking at this like, what else could go wrong here? And we shouldn't say that because you're right. We shouldn't tempt fate. Make sure you hit the like button. I want to enjoy the 70 people sitting here on the whatever sphere, YouTube sphere, and the other 80 people over on the Twitter sphere. Mike Lee says, help me, Drew Lock. You're my only hope. Even Daniel Jones of the Giants need a quarterback. It probably does. Michael says, can you name 5 guys that Shane drafted or traded for that are studs? I don't think you can. 5 guys. Well, you gotta go Banks, I guess. But I don't know if he's a stud yet because we got to go into year 2. We're going into year 3 with Kayvon, so we still don't know exactly what we have with Kayvon. McFadden got benched, so we really can't go with McFadden. He also missed the most tackles for his position. Well, you got Bobby Okereke. All right, I got 2. I got Okereke, and I got Banks. I'm going to take those. Those are the 2. Gene, those are the 2 I'm going with. OG says, how can we expect Daniel Jones to be healthy when all he does is check down and run with his legs? He still doesn't know how to slide correctly after 5 seasons. Well, he's working on it. There's a nuance to sliding. He's got to work on it. He's got to figure it out. You got to give him more than 5 years, dude. Come on, OG. You got to give him more than 5. Most quarterbacks in this league now do not mature until about year 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Todd says one of them gets blocked by quarterbacks. Yeah, that's true. That is a misconception. I'm always told that's wrong and that never happened. So I think that's rude for you to bring that up. If they don't draft quarterbacks, I'm sending Tim to the town hall to kick the shit out of everyone. Well, listen, I'm going to the draft party. I'm just happy I'm allowed to go there. He actually scored pretty high. Who scored pretty high? OG says, the Giants suck when you couldn't even land Joe Flacco, and he better than all the quarterbacks we have on the roster. You're not wrong. Kevin says, you'd figure DJ would use his lazy eye to his advantage by throwing it off the D where he's going. He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard. That would be good though if you're a point guard. Admiral says, what is the Admiral? So ticket prices can be expected to be lower this season since we are not competing, or is it the same like MSG? It doesn't matter. I think they went up slightly, ticket prices. I don't even know. I don't think they went up slightly. I didn't even check. Because like I said, I accidentally had my credit card on file and they billed me. Because I didn't read the fine print. He actually scored pretty high on the Wonderlic.
That's what she said.
Oh, we got Big Don going big. Tim, what's up? Stocking up wine at work, listening to you, no driving. That's always good. You shouldn't drive. Captain, you shouldn't. Don, take it easy. Captain tickets, Giant tickets are always high. They are always high, and that PSL is a fucking killer. If the year was 2035 and the Giants still don't know what they have in Daniel Jones. Mike, we're getting close. I'm thinking by year 11, we should almost have a pretty good idea of what we have with Daniel Jones. I'm thinking year 11. By then, he'll be on his third contract. So most quarterbacks, when they hit their third year, their third deal, you don't really know what you have. You have to kind of just wait and see, because it takes at least 11 years.
Warning, sarcasm. Warning, sarcasm. Warning.
I play that because some people think I'm serious. The Giants are setting a new standard to evaluating their quarterback in the last 10 years. You gotta, To Protect One says Kayvon is a more disappointing pick than Evan Neal at this point. No, Kayvon's not. Kayvon actually produced. Kayvon, yes, 7 of his sacks came in 3 games. Of his 11.5 sacks came in 3 games, and he went 6 games with only a half a sack, and he sandwiched in there at one point in time, going after the fan base, having the fans love him, and then going after the fan base again. So he had a nice little sandwich going on there, a Kayvon crap sandwich. But it's all Wink's fault. Kayvon's going to get more sacks now with a guy that blitzes only 25% of the time and likes to generate his rush by 4 players. He's going to get more sacks. That's what's going to happen, even though he also likes dropping his edges into coverage. But he's going to get more sacks. I'm going to tell you this. Burns and Kayvon They are going to need to actually learn to play. Now, I'm not bashing Burns because Burns' job in Carolina was to sack the quarterback, and he was an 8-sack guy, except for one season. They are going to be asked to probably. This is what scares me a little bit about this Kayvon thing. Kayvon only knows wink. And Kayvon knows, giddy up, get after the quarterback. And now he's going to be asked to do a lot more. He's got to do a lot more. The same with Burns. They are going to have to come out of their comfort zone at times and do things that they probably haven't been ever asked to do definitely in their NFL career. But they're going to be asked to do things they haven't been asked to do ever. And they're going to have to fit into a system which doesn't really lend itself to having a strong pass rusher. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying this is just what it is. I mean, this is what you're going to be looking at. So they're going to have to generate their rush. They're going to have to figure it out. If they were more like Harold Landry, who was more to me a true linebacker. Autry last year had 11.5 sacks, but you had two guys that basically you had two guys that basically out of the 45 sacks for this team had 23 of them. And one of them was a true linebacker. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're asked to do. I blame Barkley for the Giants keeping DJ. Yeah, it's all Barkley's fault. You should just sign the fucking contract, man. Should have just signed it, Bark. What the hell is your problem? You don't want to take less guaranteed money? You're stupid. Hope you rot in Philadelphia. The Le'Veon Bell contract, a couple years back with the Jets. The Giants offered Saquon Barkley less guaranteed money than the Bell contract. From how many years ago was that? They offered him one guaranteed season and maybe like 30% guaranteed the next year. But what do certain Giant fans see? They see the final number. Oh, they offered him $42 million. Yeah, like 14 was guaranteed. How much did he get in Philly? How much guaranteed money did he get up front? And we're going to blame Barkley for going to a place that wanted him, is going to make him a focal point of the offense where he can excel with a good offensive line, 2 wide receivers and a quarterback. And we didn't want him anyways. But it's Barkley's fault. And I know I'm not talking about you, Fabio. I know, but I'm just saying in general, Giant fans, it's Barkley's fault. Barkley's the traitor. Barkley's the a-hole because he took money from a team that wanted him in a state he played college football in and was a football god. And they gave him more guaranteed money than the Giants offered. And he's going to go to a playoff team. But we hate Barkley. We don't hate Jones. We don't hate Mara. We don't hate Shane. We don't hate Dable. We hate Barkley. That's why we have been voted the dumbest fan base. I mean, really, that literally just sums it up. Barkley is going to be like Bruce Leroy. And he's going to get the glow. When you reach that upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one. It's a sacrifice. Yes, I know the glow. That's a good movie. I don't know why people don't watch that movie more. Kiss my Converse. Tim, I need your professional evaluation on what we have in Daniel Jones. Garbage. Hot flaming dung. It's year 6. We have hot flaming dung. Professional opinion? I'm not a professional, but professional opinion? Okay. Can't read defenses. He's extremely slow to process anything. He would rather check down than look downfield, even when it's a designed deep shot, which we've seen last year, where he just needs to roll out and look downfield. He doesn't do that. He'll roll out partially, then automatically check down. He has no pocket awareness. He has no pocket presence. He doesn't know how to climb the ladder. He senses zero pressure, either coming from the front, the left, the right, or the back. His ball placement is questionable at best under pressure. He folds under pressure like a cheap tent, and that's being mean to cheap tents. And he is never going to be consistent in anything that he does because he's shown that in 5 years. So what's not to like? KT has no skill set, no moves. Well, he's gonna have to find some. He's got to find some soon. Cruz or Hakeem Nicks? I go Hakeem Nicks. The organization failures are all John Mara's fault for allowing bad decision making. Well, I think John Mara is a part of these decisions, these bad decision makings. I think Mara is a part of that. I don't think there's anything different with that. I really do think he's a part of that. Tim, what year did you become a Giant fan since birth? 1976. I was a youngster. I went to the opening game at the Meadowlands. It was the Dallas Cowboys against Craig Morton and the New York Giants. And we lost. John Mara's bathroom butler told me that Brian Burns is going to get double-digit sacks. Jennifer says, Penix dinner really surprises me. Is it smoked, Tim? I don't know, because you have other, I think it was Minnesota. I saw a report, had dinner and have met with Penix like 3 times already. You're always going to have dinner with guys. You always want to speculate who's going to be there because you don't know. So you always want to cover all bases. So I mean, it's called being smart. Every NFL team does it. You don't want to speculate. You just want to remember. The Giants trade their 6th pick to the Cowboys for Parsons. I didn't feel an earthquake. Daddy Crazy Eye says, knowing Mayor, Daniel Jones will get a parade and his jersey retire when he's going in the Ring of Honor. You know Daniel Jones is going into the Ring of Honor. You know this because he's going to play 22 years and he's going to have every Giant passing record. And it's only going to take him 27 years to do it. You know it. They're going to retire number 8. My opinion, my theory, number 8 is cursed. We have the boat curse. We have all these other curses. Curse of the Billy Goat, which of course was broken. I say we need to just retire number 8. Not Daniel Jones is number 8. Just retire the number. And literally allow no player ever to wear number 8 again. Take the last Daniel Jones number 8 jersey. Put it in one of those hermetically sealed boxes. Take that box, dig up the end zone next to Jimmy Hoffa. Put it in there, pour concrete on it, reapply the grass or the turf, or the hell it's called now. And this way, we don't have to worry about Daniel Jones ever again, or number 8. Because now, anytime I see a number 8 in any Giant wears, I'm going to cringe. I will literally cringe and only remember 6 years of purgatory, potentially 7 years of purgatory from 2019 to blank for a quarterback who has done nothing for this organization but caused the majority of their fan base heartache and pain. And then to divide this fan base has never been so divided in reference to a player. And I think it's the younger fan base who gets so ingrained with Daniel Jones because they don't know anything outside of Eli Manning. So the younger fan base, what they see is they see 16 years of success from Eli Manning. They just automatically assume when you draft a quarterback, that's what you got. That's what you're going to get. We're going to get this. We're going to get another 16 years and 2 more Super Bowls. No, it doesn't work that way. Giants have been lucky. Giants had Phil Simms for over 14 years. And then they had a little bit of a quarterback desert. And then they landed on Kerry Collins. And then they had a little bit of a desert and with Kurt Warner. And then they landed on Eli Manning. So we've been spoiled. But now we've reached this point where you watch teams just after 2 seasons move on from guys or just get rid of guys. And we're rolling with the same dude for 6 years and he's done nothing. Literally done nothing. He plays well in a dome. Great. Trade him to the Astros because maybe he needs another fucking sport. I don't know if the Astros even play with the dome anymore. I don't know any major league teams are playing the dome anymore. I don't know. I like Major League Baseball. There is a, do I want to shout them out? There's a minor league baseball team that sent me a code for MLB 24 to play the game. They sent me a little prize thing because they want me to do something. And I'm not going to do it because I don't think nobody knows who the fuck I am. So why am I going to, I'm not going to go somewhere and embarrass myself. I can do that right here. So I guess I kind of just mentioned the fact that I'm not doing. I didn't even email them yet. Oh, let's see here. I'll bet $20 Belichick will be the Giants head coach next year. It's a move. It's a giant move. And those reunions never work out. The reunion of the head coach or the player coming back to his glory days, they never pan out because you're always at the end of your career. Belichick will be 70-something years old. He's going to relate to Kayvon Thibodeau. He's going to relate to Dexter Lawrence. He's going to relate to our Gen Y quarterback. Is it Gen Y? Is it going to relate to them? No. I'm concerned about the secondary need. Corner safety position still tweaking. I keep telling people, if you took a corner at 6, maybe the kid from Toledo, I'm not going to be shocked. We don't have a CB2. We don't have a corner. We don't have the money to go out and actually sign anyone good unless we get someone on a veteran minimum. You're going to have Pinnock and Belton and Jalen Mills and Banks with Darnay Holmes and Cordell Flott. If I'm Dak Prescott, if I'm Jalen Hurts, if I'm blank in Washington, I'd be salivating to play the Giants. And the fact that Shane Bowen's pass defenses, outside of the 2 years he had Jim Schwartz with him, have been horrendous. Horrendous. When Bowen was the quasi defensive coordinator, I think what was in 2021, he didn't have the title. And like I said, Mike Vrabel talks about this. He didn't have the title, but he was the coordinator. They went 11-5 and had one of the worst pass defenses in the league. They bring in Jim Schwartz, who went over, of course, to the Cleveland Browns to be the coordinator. He was with the Eagles. Great coordinator, defense coordinator. And they brought him in for 2 years. And Schwartz, go to the Tennessean website. You can read the whole article about what his job was. His job was only to mentor the coaching staff. They played better defense. They played better in the secondary. Schwartz leaves last year to take the job at Cleveland. The secondary, once again, drops off the face of the earth in Tennessee. Is there a common denominator there? And now you're going to have a second-year player as your CB1. You're going to have the likes of Cordell Flott, Darnay Holmes, Dane. There's never been a touchdown. I didn't like to give up Belton, and Jason Pinnock coming off an injury. And you still don't have a running mate with Dexter Lawrence. You still need about 2 linebackers, and you really should get a true defensive end that understands how to play the defensive end position and not just rush the passer. Afternoon, Tim. What's going on, brother? We had an earthquake. Tim, what are your 5 red flags when you're single and dating honeys? Red flag number 1, don't call them honeys. They probably won't like that. You're smoking crack if you want to keep a running stagnant offense through Barkley. Barkley was the only portion of the offense for 2 seasons. And no, I'm not smoking crack. I'm honest. Daniel Jones does not have his breakout year with 3,000 yards and 15 touchdowns if Saquon Barkley doesn't get 1,300 yards. Good afternoon, online Big Blue. What's going on? No, it's T-Dog. I mean, in the sense when Battle Barkley played with DJ, he shined. Why are you talking about Barkley? No one cares about him. I care about him. He's a person. We're not allowed to care about people anymore, Barbara? What's up, Tim? Hey, Tim. That earthquake today was Mara angrily stomping on the ground. The DJ isn't the guy. I think that was Mara angrily stomping on the ground because of Tommy DeVito. That motherfucker wanted to win those stupid games. I would have the second overall pick. There you go again, insulting garbage. Thank you, Mike Lee. Jones can be great. He just needs the right pieces around him. And I know you're being sarcastic, Joe. I know, but it just hurts my head. A very accurate evaluation. Can someone please tell this to Mara and Shane? I think they already know it. I truly think they already know it. But they don't want to acknowledge it. But Tim, talk about how many times Daniel Jones runs into defenders on the field and blames the O-line. You had 80 sacks, 85 sacks, whatever it was last year. At least half of those were on the quarterback. At least half of those were on Daniel Jones or Tommy DeVito or Tyrod Taylor. There were times, especially with Tommy DeVito towards the end, actually in that game in New Orleans, it's like, throw the fucking ball or throw it away. Jiminy Christmas, just throw it away. You are, I think I was screaming at one point to my wife was cracking up because I was screaming, you are allowed to throw the ball away. It's okay. You don't have to take the sack. You could throw the ball out of bounds. Damn, 76. Just kidding. These coaches have to know DJ is not the answer. I can't believe it. They didn't. DJ reminds me of Kenny O'Brien. Hit a lot, shell-shocked, and was never the same. Yeah, but Kenny O'Brien actually played well. Kenny O'Brien's also biggest issue was injuries. You know, when he came over and played for the Jets, I mean, he was, I don't know. I mean, he was, yeah, he took a beating. He really did take a beating. He had that one last year in Philadelphia when he went 0-4. But Kenny O'Brien came in the league at 11-5 and he played 11-5 his second season, had 25 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He was sacked 62 times even that year, which was a league record. But then, and this is why I always crack up when people are like, well, Kenny O'Brien was shell shock. Outside of that 160 sack season, he was sacked 40, 50, and 37. And then it was 50, 34, 33. And these were in 16 games. So I don't think he was really shell-shocked. It was more the fact that he just wasn't that good. Daniel Jones is the devil. If Joe Alt is available, the Giants should take him at 6 because Andrew Thomas is as good as Andrew Thomas and give him a quality full season, more quality offensive line, better. Plus, he wanted to go to the Jets. I don't want Joe Alt. And we've said this before. I am not going to draft a guy that's a left tackle in college and move him to right tackle and then take the left tackle from 2 years ago we drafted in college, who we moved to right tackle, then move him to right guard, and then have the likes of Runyon Jr. running alongside our old buddy Andrew, and then you're going to have an undersized center. So you're going to have two guys playing out of position, undersized center and Andrew Thomas. That sounds like a plan. Neighbors and Panics pay the price, set up the franchise for next year. I did a whole video about that. I've been talking about that for I don't know how long I've been doing that. Hit the like button, guys. Giants waiting for the next Duke wow. To wow them at the Senior Bowl. Astros playing a trash can. I didn't know where the Astros played, to be honest. I just remember when they played in the Astrodome. I truly believe the Giants are trading up to the 3, taking May. It doesn't make any sense to wait until next year to draft a quarterback or wait until the 2nd and hope you get what will be Jalen Hurts 2.0. I agree. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyone else going to the draft party? We are going to be giving away that one ticket. We got one additional ticket. You're going to get to hang out at the draft with me, Big L, a couple other people. I don't know how I'm going to give the ticket away yet, but we're going to figure it out. But anyone else going to go to the draft party? I was already talking to Big L. We're going to go to Ruby Tuesdays afterwards. That's how you know you're old. You're excited about going to Ruby Tuesdays. I think it's Ruby Tuesdays. Where the hotel I stay at, there's I think it was a Ruby Tuesdays, and it was after the Dallas game that him and I went afterwards after the game because we needed a drink, and that was the only place open, and we actually had a blast at Ruby Tuesdays. I was shocked. I didn't actually blend in the Ruby Tuesdays. Big L takes me to the nicest places. I didn't blend. Let's just say I stood out a little bit at the Ruby Tuesday. Everyone loved me, though. It was great. Kerry Collins wasn't bad either, Tim. They probably got rid of him. No, they got Kerry Collins around the same guy. Not a baseball guy. Is this the Yankees here? No, I'm not a baseball guy. Hello, the Astros have a retractable dome. Okay, I didn't know that. Steve says, in 6 years, Jones is not. Reminds me of Brown Canal era all over again. You also forgot to add Kent Graham into that. We didn't draft a quarterback for a while because we thought we had something in Danny Cannell and Kent Graham. Giants are waiting on the next. Jennifer says Giants waiting on the next Eli Manning. One dome left Tropicana Field, and it sucks. As for Tampa, yeah, that's the Tampa team. If Washington gets a quarterback, the NFC East is in. If Washington gets a quarterback with the moves that they made, and a lot of people say, well, they got a lot of older guys. They also got a lot of younger guys and are not really paying them. And they've upgraded their roster. If they get a quarterback, and they got a good head coach, they got a smart general manager. If they get a quarterback, the Giants are fourth in the NFC East. Doesn't matter what Giants in the draft. They're fourth. If Washington gets a quality quarterback, if they get May, if they get Daniels, hell, if Williams for some reason, for sake of argument, falls, they will be third in the NFC East, and the Giants will not beat them next year. Davey says, "Where's the Giants cap? If you had a beard, you would be a member of the Duck Dynasty. May they have the type of success." I never watched Duck Dynasty. What do we got here? Whoa, Tim, you didn't like the $160 million for 20. Yeah, I was the only one that didn't like the contract. I truly was, but I was a hater. As always, I'm a hater. I looked at the contract and I said to everybody, it doesn't make sense. Well, it's only a 2-year deal. No, I was like, no, it's like a 3-year deal. Because like I said, we talk about our salary cap buckets. It's a 3-year deal. And I said, if you go back and watch all the videos and the live streams, I said, if he flames out, if he does not play as well, if he gets injured, that 3-year deal will set the team back an additional 4 years. And we're sitting here now in 2024 debating whether we're going to take a quarterback. And if they don't take a quarterback, you're running it back with this shit again. And the quarterback draft in 2025 is not as deep as in 2024. So what? You're going to wait and say, well, in 2026, we'll get a guy. And everyone said, you're just a hater. I just shake it off. Sometimes I stay out too late. I know I got nothing in my brain. Washington's getting Daniels. Oh, you know there. Bowen is the booby prize for Winkgate. He's the booby prize. Hey, listen. Shane Bowen's track record without Jim Schwartz is not good. Is not. And people will be like, well, Tim, you said you wanted a defensive coordinator that had experience. Yeah, I did. But that doesn't mean you go out and get Shane Bowen. Just imagine. Think about this, guys. Think about this for a second. Just imagine if we waited a week. If you waited a week, who you could have had as your defensive coordinator. If you waited 1 week. It's been 1 week. Everyone has to take this into consideration. If they don't go quarterback, it's all on Joe. It's all on Joe. You don't go quarterback, I blame Joe Shane 100%. And I can't wait to be there that night. I can't wait. I'm excited. We need a quarterback. OG says 6-11 for 2024. Brian Dable is gone. Daniel Jones is trash. Yep, you're right. Actually, it was Maris stopping on the ground because Tommy showed up. Oh my God. Because we all know what happened today.
6.9 on the Richter scale. Hang on.
It was actually 4.8. Jones cannot be great. You're not going to be great going into year 6. Why hate Jones? If they don't go quarterback, they need to hate Joe. I don't hate Jones. And I think that's always been the misconception with people. They're like, you're just a Daniel Jones hater. You just hate everything about Daniel Jones. That's your problem. You just hate him for no reason. And I'm not a Daniel Jones hater. I don't hate Daniel Jones at all. There's no reason to hate him. It's not like I started a club to hate Daniel Jones. No, that would just be wrong. That wouldn't be right. And if loving you was wrong, I don't want to be right. I don't hate Daniel Jones in any regards. Just want to see how long I can leave that up there.
That's what she said.
I don't hate Daniel Jones. I hate the situation that Daniel Jones has put us in. That's what I hate. Where are we at here? Hold up. Captain Caveman. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Oh, I got lost now. I got Washington. Daniel Jones is trash. Jones cannot be great. Here we go. Mark says this. Can't blame the O-line for Barkley and not blame the O-line for Jones. I'm not a Jones fan, but keep it real. I'm not. I said the same thing a million times, Mark. Everyone says Daniel Jones can't operate behind this line. It's just garbage. But that never applied to Saquon Barkley, who's played behind a garbage line since he came into the league in 2018. But that doesn't apply to him. He rushes for 1,300 yards behind a garbage line. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year behind a garbage line, but had a quarterback that understood how to use him. That's going to see where we are here. The comparison of DJ to Kevin O'Brien is disrespectful to Kenny O'Brien, as South Park says they killed Kenny. Tim, will you be streaming live on draft night for MetLife? Here's the thing. This is what we're doing. This is how we're rolling. I'm going to give you an idea of how we're rolling on draft night. Oh, Chris, for love of MMA, you're going to the draft, right? You're coming to the draft this year again? Text me. You got my number. I forgot. But this is what we're going to do at draft night. We are going to have the draft show like we did last year. The Dahmer, a.k.a.
Draft, baby. Yeah.
is going to be running the stream. I think R0B is going to be on as well, even though R0B told me or mentioned the other day that he was going to be on Giant Rush. So R0B may have to be banned from the live stream, but Big Don from Texas is going to be there as well. I and the crew, like last year, will be calling the draft from inside the New York Giants locker room. So we're not going to be on 24/7, but we will be calling the draft from inside the locker room like we did last year. Well, with Giant pick, we did on the field, but we did the first 6 picks inside the locker room. Let's see. Who are you going to Detroit for the draft? No, I'm not going to. No, the draft party here with the Giants. Sizzler. Everyone loves the Sizzler. Tannenbaum was saying this morning that the Giants need to trade up to 4 to take JJ. How was this guy a GM? I don't understand the JJ McCarthy thing. I mean, I get it. I mean, the kid has the look. He's got the look. He's got the power. After all is said and done, you never walk, you never run. You're a winner. You know you got the moves, you know the streets. You nobody's full. Couldn't Jalen Hyatt be a number 1? No. Give me a number 2. I said before with Jalen Hyatt, I thought he was going to be like Devontae Smith. His only problem is, first of all, the quarterback's got to look for him. That's rule 1. Second, he still had a lot of trouble getting knocked off his route and getting off the line. That's a big problem. I thought he was going to use the speed and quickness, kind of be like a Devontae Smith, but he didn't go that progression. So I got to see what happens. Pittsburgh is making the move, and Wilson and Fields will compete. Washington will always get it wrong, no matter what they draft. It's their nature. This team in New York does that too. I'd prefer Rome over Neighbors. It wouldn't be cool to get Penix. Let's go Yankees. I think the Yankees are kicking off. Throwing out the first pitch over here in about 11 minutes. I think the Yankees are going for. Let's go Yankees baseball. Doctor says Giants consistently evaluate their head coaches in under 2 years. That's a great question. I don't understand that either. You will consistently reevaluate your coaching or GM like every 2 years, but we wait to year 6. maybe 7 to finally get rid of a guy that should have been gone in year 2. I heard Daniel Jones is from Planet. Is a plant by Howie Roseman. I thought he was a planet. Gotta go. Catch you Sunday, says big old Mike Lee. Let's see your Penix and Neighbors. And with Dave's train is 10 wins, it would be gutsy. I still said it. I would do it. I would do it. I mean, please. I would do that. I did a whole video. Someone's texting me. Let's see here. Hey, Tim, don't forget that the Duke quarterback Riley Leonard's coming out of draft next year. Oh, God, please. No, it's funny, Tim. People are waiting for Archie Manning to come out of college, a guy who's barely Archie Manning you know what you think about Archie Manning is? You got to actually win the job in Texas. Before I say anything, why don't it be cold region teams have domes now, especially with the weather affects the games? I agree. Chris, the entertainer versus Tim in a boxing match who would win. Maybe it will go to the scorecard. Yeah, okay. Even in my advanced age, I'm still a brawler. Bowen is the perfect example of the Giants way. It is the Giant ways. You should make a t-shirt, DJ. No, it's funny. There might actually be a t-shirt that you can go to NewYorkGiantsLive.com and be part of the He-Man DJ Haters Club. You can also get mugs, stickers, hats. You can get it all. The majority of the money all goes to charity. The other half goes to paying for the t-shirts. So make sure you go check it out on NewYorkGiantsLive.com. Also, we got a brand new article today on NewYorkGiantsLive.com done by
Draft, baby. Yeah.
titled To Draft a Quarterback or Not to Draft a Quarterback. Me too. I'm tired. Tyrod Taylor dispels that narrative. He did. The offensive line. As a Giant fan who watched this team in the 90s, do you think it was a mistake moving from Kevin Leonard from the defensive opposite side of strand to get over 10.5 sacks per year to defensive end tackle and get 3 left sacks? I don't think it was. I don't think it was a mistake moving Leonard. I actually know a guy that was on the Giants he was on training camp the year of Michael Strahan's first his rookie season. And the Giants really didn't know what they had in Strahan those first couple of years. I mean, they knew he was going to be astute at playing the run, but they didn't know what he was going to turn into in reference to how much of a dramatic pass rusher he was going to be. And you have to remember with the likes of it's funny, people forget that Keith Hamilton played till 2003 with the Giants. People forget that. He started his career in 90. Was it 90? He started his career in 92. And his big sack seasons came in his second year, which we had like 11. And then his, I think back in like 2000 where he had 10.5. He had always been a guy that was always going to get you 6 sacks. You know what he reminds me? He reminds me of Brian Burns. He's a guy that was like an 8-sack guy. So, I mean, I think a lot of people wax poetically about him. 1,300 yards, all-purpose yards, Barkley, because he needs the focus of the offense. He actually had a line to give Jones times. He might be lucky to get some passes off to our wideouts. Hey, Tim, did the New Jersey just have an earthquake? Yes, we did have an earthquake. It was 4.8. It was in Paramus, New Jersey. Went all the way down. Lebanon, New Jersey. Sorry. We felt it here.
6.9 on the Richter scale. Hang on.
Thank you, Jack Burton. Tim in a heartbeat. Met him. Tim is huge. But I'm stealthy now. I've slimmed down. I'm stealthy now. I'm stealthy. I don't want to be stealthy. I want a cheeseburger. That's what I fucking want. I want a cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger and I want cheese on it. I can have a cheeseburger. I just can't have cheese on it. If I don't have cheese on it, it can't be real cheese. It's got to be cheese made of something like a banana. I had a muffin the other day. You know what the muffin was made out of? Zucchini and banana. And it was supposed to be a chocolate chip muffin, and it wasn't chocolate chip. It tasted like bananas and zucchini. We only need one thing in this draft, you hope. That's because Defiant Mara wants to be right on DJ. Well, he's not right. David, what's up, David? Hey, would drafting Penix at 6 be considered a reach? He shouldn't trade back to get someone like Bo Nix. I would take Penix at 6. I've said this. I would take Penix at 6. I think he's not going to get past the Raiders at 13. I think Nix is going to go to someone like Denver. But I would take him at 6. I don't think it's a reach. Ask Ernie Accorsi. He'll tell you it's not a reach if you're going for your guy. The problem is in 2019, we went for our guy, and it turned out to be wrong. Tim, all proceeds go to Tim. Pay my mortgage. I know everything goes to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Hey, Timothy, I think the Giants should draft Brock. No tight end at 6. No Stanley. No Stanley. When Kyle Pitts came out, I said the same thing. You don't take a tight end in the top 10. It's not positional value. No, not even reading the rest of the comment because now I'm upset. More upset about my muffin.
That's what she said.
What would piss you off in the draft? An offensive lineman or another position besides quarterback or wide receiver? If they literally went corner, I wouldn't be pissed. I'd be perturbed. Because I think you can get a corner around between 11 and 17. You get the kid out of Toledo. So you went offensive line again, I would be pissed. Yes, I'll be pissed. O-line will always be an excuse. Yet Giants invest the most draft capital on the O-line since 2019. Tyrod helped debunk the excuse with a back out line. If McCarthy falls, you draft him at 6. I don't think McCarthy falling or being at 6 is actually McCarthy falling. I don't see that. Josh Allen to the Giants for picks and Jones. Yes, because we need $100 million in cap space. Oh my God. I felt the earth move under my feet. I felt the earthquake here in Brooklyn, Tim. Yes, Tim, can the DJ Haters t-shirt fund the Pay Dave H Mortgage Foundation? They say he's gonna go second round. Who, Penix or McCarthy? Because Penix is not going second round. Penix is gonna go in the top 20. Do you remember if the Giants re-signed Dave Brown to like a 4-year deal, even they realized how bad he was? They didn't know what they had in Dave Brown. Dave Brown, people forget his first season won 9 games. They missed the playoffs, but they won 9 games. Get Neighbors or Rome and Penix in the second round. He's not going to be there. Divide. How Gen Z and younger fans differ from older Giant fans. An article idea. Zach Tech, I got an idea. You write the article. And try out our new site, NewYorkGiantsLive.com. Watch all the streams, read original articles, and view all our YouTube videos. For article submission, email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. That's called a cold read. Also, it just calls me being an asshole. I love my milkshakes in the Black Rifle mug because it's manly. Because when your milkshake is purple, when your milkshake is purple, the best thing you have to do is put it in a Black Rifle cup because that just makes anything more manly. Anything with a flag and an AR-15 on it just makes you, or that might be an M4, just makes you more manly. My brother tells me to trade for Josh Allen. Well, your brother's, I feel bad for your brother. Fans knew Dave Brown wasn't good. He just inherited a good offensive line. Dave said, Tim, maybe you can go to the Giants, sign Tim Tebow because it will get God on Giants' side. Tim caused the earthquake. I'm not that fat. Tim caused the earthquake in New Jersey. I think the Yankees' first pitch is soon. When is the Yankees' first pitch? I thought it was at 1:15. Is it 1:15? Yankees' first pitch. We're gonna have a video tomorrow. I just like to throw stuff out arbitrarily. We're having a video tomorrow, so make sure you watch it. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. I want to thank the 90 plus people that are watching us on whatever the hell this thing is called. The 90 plus people, the 96 people that are watching us on the Twitter sphere, and whatever the other people that are watching us on the YouTube sphere. It's interesting. I'm looking at Twitter. Is anything good going on at Twitter? earthquake today, and evidently lightning hit the Statue of Liberty last night. Is that true? Does anyone know if that's true? J.J. McCarthy could very well be the second quarterback drafted per NFL draft scouts. I don't think that's the case. What do we got here? I love Rob. Rob reposted it. Yeah, of course Rob reposted this. You want to know why you reposted it, Rob? Because I was going to throw you off the stream. I'm going to throw you off. Because you said you were going to go on Giants Rush. Zach, do we like Giants Rush? I forget. Tim, you need to get a Humvee. You need to get an Humvee, not a Hummer. The original Desert Storm Humvee. No, why the hell is Yankee Stadium empty? Is it empty? I don't know, because of the earthquake, maybe. I know mass transit was delayed a little bit. T-Dog, I would love to write an article, but everything I write looks like a military incident report. Well, Joe, it doesn't matter. Did you read Dom's article? You're fine. If you want to write, it's fine. I mean, that's like I said, I also clean it up a little bit at times. So I mean, you can, anyone that wants to write an article, just it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'll always give I'll always help you clean it up a little bit. I'll always make sure that it's that it's acceptable and it's not, you're not cursing it or anything. But if you do, that's fine. Make it right in any way you want. It's more fun if you want to make it if you want to make it right like if you want to make it more like that. Just don't make it a Class C accident, which is an armed accident resulting in the property damage of over $50,000 or more, but less than $500,000. So as long as you're not making it a Class C incident, we'll be good with that. We got the Irish Rover dropping and said, Tim, I just wanted to say hi. Hope all is well with you and the fam. Quarterback. I think he wants a quarterback. What's up, Mr. Rover? Hope you're doing well. Everything's going good here. Can't complain. Got the earthquake, but whatever. It's an earthquake. Even Kevin says of us, earthquakes are a dime a dozen in California. They really are. They don't really bother me. We had one again. We had one in 2011. I was actually driving to the dentist when it happened. Indifferent about them, a very small channel. If I'm indifferent about them, why are they a small channel? Zach, who do I hate? Who do I hate, Zach? List out the content creators I hate, because I forget. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Because sometimes you're in school and people ask me these questions, I don't have the answers. You're right. Never thought about it. MTA might be delayed. I do think mass transit is delayed. I know they delayed the airports and they were looking at the tunnels and stuff, and the subways and stuff for structural damage. Because what, like I said, 4.8 here in this area is pretty is pretty big. And the buildings here aren't structured to handle such things. David says, Tim, you hate Chat Sports and Mad Doggy. I like Bad Dog. I don't hate Bad Dog. Also, Statue of Liberty was hit by lightning. USA Today posted. I thought it was. Fireside Giants. I don't remember who they are. Big Pat. I didn't know he still had a channel. And Chris. Okay. I didn't know Big Pat still was actually doing anything. I thought he quit like Fisk. All right. Well, good. See, now I know who I hate. It's terrible not knowing who you don't like. What a great guy I am. Don't know who I don't like. I love everybody. Except for Daniel Jones, of course. Northeast isn't meant for earthquakes. Very rare. It gets you get the big one. New York.
That's what she said.
Is going to be flat. Big Pat sucks. I didn't even know he still had a channel. Fireside Times is tennis player. Tennis players. I still don't remember, Zach. We have to come up with better codes, Zach. We'll come up with better codes than tennis players. All right, guys. You know what? The Yankee game is going to be on, or the Yankee game is on. I'm going to go watch the Yankee game a little bit. I got to get my kids from school in about an hour and change. So I also need to have some lunch. We're going to have a big stream on Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for that because Sunday streams are always fun. If you do want to submit an article for NewYorkGiantsLive.com, I've neglected the website a little bit, but I'm getting back into the website. Send me the article, tim@onlineBigBlue.com, and I'll post it. I'll post it for you. I don't mind. I think, because like I said, I'm trying to get more people involved in reference to the writing, because I want to have more people write it in regards to fan situations and everything else. I'm getting the time clock here right now about time to move on, and I'm trying to move on as quickly as possible, but I'm trying to get to the last little bit here. But make sure you go to NewYorkGiantsLive.com and make sure you take a look at everything that's going on there today. Let's see here. Rob will be banned. Last one. What's one? Chat Sports is always begging for subs. I am unsubbed after a few of their clickbait videos. Plus, Eddie Munster is annoying. I'm the only one that's going to know what Eddie Munster is. Thought Trey Benson from FSU. Love the talent, but not sure. Running back in the second. I think Benson is a good back. I think he's got that speed. Good burst, good acceleration. I think he's going to be a guy that would be more of a downhill guy. I'm not looking for much. I mean, he's got some ability to catch the ball, but I don't think he's got great hands. And like I said, I think he's got to work on his vision a little bit. It was only a 2-year starter. I think he's going to need to develop, and I think he's going to be below average in pass blocking. Kind of give you a little bit of Saquon Barkley pass blocking-esque things. Rob was banned for the title. Make sure everyone have yourself a great weekend. And you know what, guys? We are out of here until Sunday. Truckosaurus. Make sure you turn in for Sunday stream and take care on Saturday's video. This is Tim Short Giant Strikes. I'm powered by Online Big Blue LC. And as always, don't forget to like, don't subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell because you want to know why. I don't know. Peace.